Hello everyone, this is Helios Raven's Nest. I tell you how I do it, even if you don't care. Okay, this is part 2 of our Grey Knights video. When we last left off, we just finished the Grey Knight model. To any of those wondering, the movie playing is Willow. Alright, so now that we've got all the pieces painted in mithril silver, if you want to do any highlights, what I suggest is a little bit of skull white going across all the lines. I like to do all the highlighting once the entire model's painted so I see what parts of the model are exposed to light, thus have an actual reason to be highlighted. Okay, for the gold, what we're going to use is a combination of 3 paints. Now, I'll tell you why. The 3 paints we're going to be using are lost my paint for a second there. Yeah, it's going to be Dwarven Bronze, Varnish Gold, and Shining Gold. Okay? Now, it's going to be a base coat of Dwarven Bronze first, because the gold paints I noticed tend to like bleed and not really cover on their own. So it's best to put a bit of brass underneath it, just to give it a little bit more body. So we're going to take our Dwarven Bronze. If you find that your paint's a little thick, just a little water on your brush, and paint should start working well. Now, the problem with the metal colors is you can't really wet them too much. You got to be really careful, because if you wet them too much, then they get this weird white film going, and they don't really work. So then we're going to find a spot that needs gold covering, and since we have black lines over them, we're going to try and do a very faint dry brush. Okay, so you can see we are painting just a little bit of bronze brass dry brush over all those little scripts and ruins that go across his armor. Alright, now all the pieces that I want to be gold are been painted with bronze, Dwarven Brass. And I'm going to turn this light off, maybe you'll get a little better look. Okay, you probably can't see it that well, but all the colors have been painted on. And the next step of this phase is to put a dry brush layer of shining gold. Now what this is going to do is give us a brass look, and once we put the shining gold on, the brass look will disappear and you'll get more of a gold look. Once we put the varnish gold on top of the shining gold, it's going to have a varnish. It's going to have a goldish look. Okay, so we take our brush. Alright, now, in terms of shadows and shading that's going to come on, I did not paint this one down here or that one down there with shining gold, because when his arm gets attached, it's going to leave a dark shadow over there, and it's just going to give the illusion that he's holding his arm up over his piece. So now the last part of the gold piece is going to be the varnish gold on top of the shining gold, which will give us our gold look that I'm going for. Okay, so we take very little bit of varnish gold and alright, now after all the varnish gold has been painted, he's now got more of a goldish look on those armor pieces than he did before. And I don't know if you can see it that well. You can, with the dry brush technique, we still allow for black edgings to be in there so you can see the cut grooves in his armor plating. So that's it for today. I'm going to paint up all the gold edging on the rest of his armor pieces. I'll show them to you before we get done, and then we'll move on to another detail piece of this model. Okay, so until then, this is Helios Raven signing off.